But right now, when I decided to become a speaker, I didn't just quit my job and just ran out and say, I'm a motivational speaker. No. What I did was I decided to start looking at other people that were involved in the speaking profession. I volunteered to work with some speakers so that I could learn. Whatever you want to do, get your feet wet. Gain some experience doing some volunteer work in the area and find out whether or not this thing you want to do will fit for you. A friend of mine told me he wanted to have a restaurant. I said, have you ever operated a restaurant before? He said, no. I said, well, really, you don't even know if you want one. I said, what's your expertise? What do you bring to the table? He said, I can cook real good. I said, but what about the management side? What about the business part of the restaurant? You're not going to be cooking all the time. Somebody's got to receive the money. Who's going to manage the personnel? He said, you got it right. You got a point there. So this guy got a job in a restaurant in the evening time on a part-time basis. After doing that for a while, he said, you know what? I think I just want to be a chef. He said, after working there, people didn't show up to work. He said, it's hard to find the help. People weren't responsible. The headaches, the guests were just giving him problems day in and day out. They weren't ever satisfied. He said, no, I just think I'll stick to cooking. See, you got to find out what fits for you, because you might decide that after you go up in there and examine it and experience it and get some experience under your belt on it, well, you say, this is really not what I want. This does not fit for me. So decide that you're going to do that. Now, John H. Johnson said something that's very important. He said, there's no defense against an excellence that meets a pressing public need. See, whatever you decide to do, look at it and find out, what is it that I have that I could bring to the table that can begin to enable me to ensure that I could be successful in this? Where is the opening for you? There's room for you out here in the arena called life. There's room for you to come out and live your dream. Don't allow but to keep you in the corner, keep you up in the bleachers, looking at life, being a spectator, not being a participant, making a difference in life. I believe that all of us came here with something. All of us showed up to give something, and that nobody's going to give that service that you have to give. No one's going to produce your product. No one's going to write your book. No one's going to open your academy. No one's going to begin to create your daycare with a special curriculum to help to cultivate the high self-esteem in our children. That's your idea. And if you don't bring your idea out here, when you die, all of us will suffer because we've been deprived of your genius, because you allowed but to keep you in the bleachers and not pursuing your greatness. You take it to your grave with you. And that's what most people do. I think that's why the guy said that many people die at age 21 and don't get better until they're 65. You got to have energy, ladies and gentlemen. You got to have life. If you're excited about what you're doing, even in the area of selling, you know, people don't buy because of logical reasoning. People buy because of your way of feeling. People don't like to be around dead people. No, let the dead bury the dead. No, keep them away from you before they grab you and want to hold on to you. So the fact that whatever you do, you want to be excited about it. You want to have the kind of excitement that is so contagious that people want to be around you. Because whatever you're doing, whatever you talk to people about, this particular idea that you have, they're looking at you and they want to know, do you believe it? And are you the kind of person they want to be in business with? And if you're not positive, if you're not energetic, if you're not fired up about it, how can you expect anybody else to be fired up about your idea? Am I right? All right, repeat after me, please. I'm going to be fired up about my dream. I'm going to go at it with everything I got. Shake somebody's hand on your right and left and say, you got what it takes. There are a lot of people who say, but I tried once or twice and it didn't work out. And so they use that as an excuse not to ever come out again. Guy said, if at first you don't succeed, you're running about average. So if you have come out here with an idea and it didn't work out 2 or 3 times, well, that's all right. You're running about average. You know, I heard something, a jarring question. It says, why is it that people prefer known hells to unknown? You know, ladies and gentlemen, I remember I was in a service once, and I heard Dr. Johnny Coleman give this example. She talked about a man who had been captured behind the enemy lines in a war and was sentenced to be killed or another option. The captain said to the guy, listen, he said, tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, you can face the firing squad, or you can go out this door over here. And the guy said, what's out the door? He said, no one knows. All we can tell you is just unknown horrors. He thought, and the next morning he selected the firing squad. After the shots rang out, the captain's secretary said, what's beyond that door? And he said, freedom. But very few people would select to do it because it's unknown. See, a lot of people never live their dreams. A lot of people never do the things they want to do. A lot of people stay on jobs where they're miserable. I read an article called, Is Your Job Making You Sick? A lot of people, some of y'all know about that already here. So go on and say amen, it's all right. That one lady told me, she said, when I used to go to work, she said, when I stepped in the door, it felt like a refrigerator dropped on my shoulders. How many of y'all understand that kind of feeling? They were miserable, just hated to go after 60 minutes on Sunday afternoon. Or come Monday morning, my head used to throb. I just couldn't take it. Didn't want to go sometimes just for the heck of it. I just drive on by.
So leaders, good evening. I want to welcome you again, each one of you, for this wonderful evening meeting. You can see we are logged in with a lot of people, a lot of from new faces here, a lot of people are new here. On my chat box, I can see she listening all the way from, she's new here. I see Lorraine all the way from Kisumu. Can see Victor all the way from Zambia. Can see Charles all the way from South Africa. Can see Marcos all the way in Nigeria. So we have people from different areas of the planet. And I want to welcome each one of you this evening, the beautiful evening, to our blockchain session. This is a privilege to me. Why? Because teaching and training on greatness, that is part of what I like most doing. Name, I'm known as Eric W. Hissa. I've been in the world of internet technology for internet marketing for the 9 years. I've trained blockchain in the international level for the span of around 5 years in more than 18 countries. So the little knowledge I have here, I want to share with you this evening, because technology is evolving every now and then. And also on the chat box here, I have shared a link. On this link, it is the link, our link for YouTube. If your network is not very strong, you can also join us on YouTube. On YouTube, you're streamlining live there. Get the link from there, the link from the group, so that we make it easy for each one of us to understand what we have here. Then for those who have questions, kindly write your question down. At the end of the session, I'm going to answer all the questions one by one, so that we all familiarize on what we have in hand. So without taking a lot of your time, let me jump directly to today's presentation. So I'm sharing about the fourth industrial revolution in technology and economy. With the fourth industrial revolution, basically, what we look upon is the changes that the world is undergoing. When you check on the world today, revolution, technology, and economy, it all began at a place known as barter trade. With barter trade, goods and services were exchanged on mutual basis, whereby you come in with one cow, I give you 2 coats, business is done. From there, we went to industrial revolution. This was the time things were being manufactured by different companies. At this period of industrial revolution, People look for a way to do the exchange of services and goods. There is where we had the formation of paper money or fiat currency. From there, we went to the next level, known as digital revolution, evolving of technology, evolving of internet. Since people now are transacting goods and services at a higher speed, they required a medium to do payment also at higher speed. So they went ahead and brought what we call e-money or electronic currency. So after industrial revolution or internet revolution, we are now on the fourth industrial revolution, known as blockchain revolution. So we began from barter trade, we went to industrial revolution, digital revolution. Right now we're on the blockchain revolution. Blockchain revolution is quite new to a lot of people, and it being a new technology to a lot of people, some think maybe you having a wallet, a crypto wallet with some few cryptocurrency in it, you're in blockchain revolution. No, you are far away from understanding what blockchain revolution is. And today I want to break it down in an easy way, in an easy format, that each one of us understand where we are at the moment and where we are heading to. So when you check on the revolution technology, and also when you check on the involvement of it, when you come to this part of revolution, there's something that I want us to understand tonight, which is about blockchain revolution. With blockchain revolution, it being new, we have two groups of people. One group is making it at the big time. Another group is losing it at big time. But the key part here, can we understand what the blockchain revolution is? Blockchain revolution is a kind of technology whereby information once saved on it, it cannot be deleted, cannot be edited, and it cannot be formatted. So when you check on this revolution, each has a currency, and the currency now in blockchain revolution is known as cryptocurrency. So with cryptocurrency now in hand, I want to take you through something very simple here. I show you what is the difference between these currency. When you have the cash in your hand, it is known as the paper money, or if you have this money in hand, this one here, like this is the Kenyan note. This one is the paper money, also known as the fiat currency. When this money, you deploy it in your M-Pesa wallet or your wallet for PayPal is known as e-money. Once it is an M-Pesa wallet, when you transfer this e-money into your blockchain wallet, either in your phone or computer, is known as cryptocurrency. So in hand is known as fiat currency. In your e-wallet, like M-Pesa, is known as e-money. On blockchain, it's known as cryptocurrency. So once you have these currencies on this platform, the next thing you need to understand is how do you convert these currencies? So in the world of converting these currencies, all you need to know is to check out how fast can you convert these currencies. So to understand how fast you can convert these currencies, I want to use one simple example here so that we all understand. And this platform is known as Local Bitcoin. This one is an exchange platform where you can store cryptocurrency and where you can convert it into e-money or into cash. So when you check on it here, we have a lot of people who are doing the exchange using different medium. Now, like here, this gentleman here, you can see him here. He can exchange for you cash into crypto, and you can do a payment via equity, via M-Pesa, via Chipper or Loop or Coop Bank, if you are within Kenya. So the question comes, for this company to give you a permit to transact business with them, for this company to give you a business number to convert cash into crypto, first they need to evaluate what you are doing. Like this one here, you can see, you can also convert with Equitel and also PesaLink. So for Equitel, for M-Pesa, Equitel to give you a business number to convert currency for people from e-money into cryptocurrency, they must evaluate what you are doing. So for them to accept you to do a transaction through their platform, already now here, they know that cryptocurrency is legal in our country. That's why the platform which offers support for this transaction to go through. On the local Bitcoin interface, there are so many countries. At the top there, we begin from the top, more than 200 countries. From Afghanistan at the top, and the lowest end, we have Zambia and we have also Yemen. So all of these countries accept the conversion of money into crypto and crypto into the currencies of their countries. So with this in hand, something that follows next that we need to understand, it is that owning cryptocurrency is not illegal, number one. Number two, you can convert cryptocurrency into any currency in any nation. So after you're done with that one now, we want to check. After you're done with that, after you've known about the conversion of cryptocurrencies into fiat money into cryptocurrency, the next thing we ask ourselves, which other people are supporting the power of blockchain technology? Which other people are supporting the issue of cryptocurrencies? So in Kenya here, for example, I want to begin from the top. And this one also represents a huge part of Africa in whole. When you check here currently, let me play this video shortly here.
The debate around blockchain technology has gained currency in Kenya over the last few months, riding on the global craze around virtual currency bitcoins. To adopt or not, the technology has been on everyone's lips. And now President Uhuru Kenyatta has thrown his weight behind blockchain technology, saying Kenya cannot be left behind.
Indeed, to this end, the Ministry of ICT, led by Joe Mushero, will set up a task force on blockchain and Internet of Things technology, because as a country, we cannot let these opportunities pass us by.
The task force, which will...
That is very powerful. It says one simple thing. As a country, we cannot let this technology pass us by. With technology, blockchain and Internet of Things. So next, out of that, let us check on the next part. Who else is supporting the power of this technology? One of the biggest company, not only in Kenya, but in the entire of Africa. So this company is here. I know most of us, you are members. Let me share it here.
Taking mobile money out of Kenya, expanding it beyond Kenya, certainly is on our radar. And together with our colleagues in South Africa, in Vodacom, it gives us more access to more money to go do things. So at the point at which, we want to upgrade this M-Pesa platform to something big, where we might be using things like blockchain, we will do that in collaboration with the guys there.
Yeah.
The point at which, we want to upgrade this M-Pesa platform to something big, where we might be using things like blockchain.
So they want to upgrade it to something big, whereby they'll be using things like blockchain technology. So as a person, what comes to your mind about this technology? It is something that is so huge, and if you utilize it in the right way, we can also benefit out of it. Apart just from the people here in Kenya, I also share with you the people from outside. But we have a gentleman here whom I like listening to him so much. He's the CS of communication in our country. He's among the people who have invested heavily in the world of blockchain technology. So let us hear him out. When he began in this journey, where did he begin from, and what were the benefits he got from it?
I can give you an idea. Did you know my stake, how much it was? It wasn't public, but so Bitcoin moved from, when I was investing, Bitcoin was at about $200. When I was divesting in December, it was at about 12,790.
So when you check here on his case, when he bought the first cryptocurrency, which is Bitcoin, he was buying at $200, equivalent to 20,000 Kenya shillings. When he was selling them, he was selling at 1.2 million Kenya shillings, equivalent to $12,000. When you check on this, it is a very big opportunity that we can capitalize on it. But the issue mainly I tell leaders is not how much you make from a project, it's how the profit roll on. So when you listen on him a little bit, he will share with you how was this possible on his side. How was it possible on his side? Let us listen there.
Does that give you the quantum? What was I paid for my shares? Just enough. Just enough. Let's say I got more than 10 times the investment I did both in BitPesa and in Bitcoins themselves, because I did all those. So I got more than 10 times in a period of
a number of years. Most of us have seen waves.
So he says there very clearly, he made more than 10 times. For how long? For 3 years. So I will share with you leaders how this is possible. I will share with you in detail. Lastly, but not least, let us listen to Bitangendemo, Assistant CS. He talks about the revolution technology, the revolution, how it comes and how it happens. And I want you to understand 3 keywords he's going to use. Number 1, turkeys, early adapters, and the last guys. I will listen, I will ask on that one. So let us listen on him a little bit before we proceed.
Technology. Yes. The first one was, I'm going to use somebody called Rogers' theory of diffusion of technology. How technology comes, how we adopt, and how it declines. At the decline level is where you begin to talk about bust. But you are going to see seesaw, the prices going up and down, but that doesn't mean there is a bust. So from the beginning, you have something like this. The first of the wave we had was internet. Internet came, we were doubtful, we couldn't adopt to it. And the time we were doubting, others were making money. Usually when something new comes, you have techies working on it. And then you have what you call the early adopters, huh? Yeah? And then in the end, you have majority, and then you have laggards here. Yeah? When you come in as a laggard, yes, is that you have no option, and there is no advantage you take on this side. So when this one was going up, we got the mobile. The mobile technology came, yes, you know, and the mobile actually relied mostly on the internet. It came, we have gone through early, we have gone through here, we are somewhere here on the mobile technology. Actually, it's almost beginning, to use your word, to bust. Because you see,
which Ali doesn't want to hear.
You see technologies like WhatsApp, which may replace voice, the current way we understand it. So something new must come up. So now the other technology that is just coming is blockchain. We have not.
So listen on that one. Another one that is start coming is blockchain. What do we do with blockchain technology?
Choice, but to use this technology. We've been talking about corruption, we've been talking about whatever. This is where blockchain would help us, and we have just gone past techies. We have gone to early adopters. That's how you get Kodak. Early adopters, the government of Dubai. Early adopters, the Chicago Board of Exchange. Early adopters, like the accounting firms, Belarus. So we are now beginning to get early adopters. And what happens with early adopters, they actually get premium, because while others are doubting, they are actually getting premium returns on their investments. So for us to remain and wait to come in as laggards, we have destroyed the whole country. And it can't help us to do that. because this is actually, again, talking about the risk tolerance. How much risk can you tolerate? If you can't buy two Bitcoins, you can buy one, yeah? The government cannot go ahead of innovation. Innovation goes ahead, and then they come with regulation. If you look at the government of the UK, they have done so much work around blockchain. What Meli has said, or
very, very, very powerful. So the CS there shares one of the most powerful insight about evolution of technology. He said that when technology begins, we have the turkeys, people work on it. We have the early adapters, people who use that technology. Then we have the laggards, people who come last. They need the proof, they need the evidence, it is working, so they come in last. But the early adapters and the turkeys, they are the one who make the huge profit. So he says, as a country, we cannot let these opportunities pass us by. So we need to adapt, we need, and technology always comes first, then regulations follows. So with this powerful insight now, I hope you have understood about the legal part of cryptocurrency, the legal part of blockchain technology. Now I want to take you to the next part of this training, which is going to be simple, easy, and clearly very short. On this other part of the sharing of this technology, I want to share with you one of the key aspects on how people earn and how people lose in this evolution. So at the end of the session, I'll give you my number. If you want the link to go through all of these videos again afresh, I will give you my number so that you can watch this video, understand them in detail. So when you check on the world of blockchain technology, how do people lose? One way of losing is here, buying tokens. One way of losing in the world of cryptocurrency is people buying tokens. Why does people lose when buying tokens? This one, for those who are writing, I want you now to begin writing at this point. Why? Token is a yet to be currency. Token is a prototype. For example, I tell you, I want to open this company here, company A, and with this company of mine, what is going to happen is very simple. You are going to come in as a shareholder. So when you come in as a shareholder, what will happen? If, for example, I want to manufacture these phones, like this one here, I tell you this phone, when it goes to the marketplace, it will be 50,000. But for you, since you are coming in as a shareholder, I want you to only invest 10,000. So when this phone is ready, I will give you at that rate of 10,000 instead of 50,000. So this token, people buy them in the essence that when it comes to go through the white paper transition, it's going to be a cryptocurrency. But most of the time, when they buy them, when the token goes into the blockchain exchange, each one that has this token, they are holding on it. So there's no transaction of any business going on because each one who have it, they're investors. For the cryptocurrency value to grow, it requires two things: usability and community. Since the community that are using it in trading, they are holding it. So the value is not increasing. What happened to the token? They say that out of 100 tokens that go to the crypto wallet exchange, at least 99 goes beyond 75% of their current market value. So one way to release it quick in the world of cryptocurrency is buying token. But why does people love buying token? Because token, they're also sold on hype and testimonial. Hype is how the token value will go up, appreciating value. Number one. On testimonial part is now how are the people earning selling the token. So most of the time we make decision out of emotion on other people's performance, not out of logic. What will happen if the value don't go up? So for those who are interested in buying the tokens, there's a place you can go and get cryptocurrency at a good value, a good rate. That one is on the Binance exchange only. From my 5 years experience in the world of blockchain, training over 18 countries at the government level, I have observed how tokens behave. And most of the time, most people are ending up losing
Baca mana? Itu yang ada.
Good evening, everyone. We are sorry for the interruptions, and our leader is going to be back. Just be patient. In a few minutes, you're going to reconnect. Just be patient. Kindly, the host, we have D. Your name is D. You are the host. Kindly make me the host. D, if you can hear me. We apologize for the interruptions, guys. We are going to be back. Just our leader, Mr. Kisa, is going to be back. Just be patient. We're going to start.
Is blockchain. We have no choice but to use this technology. We've been talking about corruption, we've been talking about whatever. This is where blockchain would help us, and we have just gone past techies. We have gone to early adopters. That's how you get Kodak. Early adopters, the government of Dubai. Early adopters, the Chicago Board of Exchange. Early adopters,
Belarus.
like the accounting firms, Belarus. So we are now beginning to get early adopters. And what happens with early adopters, they actually get premium, because while others are doubting, they are actually getting premium returns on their investment. So for us to remain and wait to come in as laggards, we have destroyed the whole country. And it can't help us to do that, because this is actually, again, talking about risk tolerance. How much risk can you tolerate? If you can't buy two Bitcoins, you can buy one, yeah? The government cannot go ahead of innovation. Innovation goes ahead, and then they...
Which means I will having 5 sell people talk
matching
now. And a lot of people are buying this token, and this token, they are buying it out of hype. They are buying them out of emotion, and a lot of people are losing it. This token, when they go to blockchain, they require 2 things for the price to go up. They require the community, and they require the usability. So they go there while investors are holding on them, which means there's no community. Then when it's reached on blockchain also, there's no usability. What happened on the value? The value always drop. Second way, how people are losing big in the world of cryptocurrency. People are being deceived that they can do mining of cryptocurrency at home. It is possible, but not possible here in Africa, because the rate of electricity, the bills that we pay for electricity, it is so high, it cannot support the mining process. Some companies now that have seen that is not working in Africa. What they are doing is very simple. They tell you, we have a mining facility maybe in Russia, or in Moscow, or in Iceland, a place you cannot go, that invest with us, then we are going to mine for your Bitcoin and give you the profit. Most of the time, we have been losing it big time. That way that people are losing the world of cryptocurrencies. Most of the companies, they are paying members in fiat currency or e-money, but they are holding the value of everything. When members are joining, they're holding the value in cryptocurrency. So for example, now Bitcoin is at around $10,000. If I pay you that one in BTC, it simply means if you're going to trade for me, you are going to hold that money in Bitcoin, but you require to pay me in fiat currency. What happens if you tell me I'm going to get 200% return on investment? Which means if I give you $10,000, I'm awaiting for $20,000. The Bitcoin at that time is at $10,000. Work with me later on this. So if the Bitcoin value drops from 10,000 to 5,000, it simply means that if I'm the one to pay you, instead of you giving you 2 Bitcoin worth $20,000, I will need to give you 4 Bitcoins, which are $5,000 each, that amount to $20,000 as return on investment. And most of the company, they cannot do this because, for example, if my company, maybe it has Bitcoin worth $1 million, the value goes to the half of it, which means I will having 500,000 worth of Bitcoins. For me to pay you, it is impossible. So that's why you see most of the company goes down. When you log in the website in the morning, you get error 544. What does that mean? It means the end of that company. So those are just simple ways where people are losing, but I have many examples. We connect more and talk more about other process. But now another question, how are people making it in cryptocurrencies? How are people generating profit in the world of cryptocurrencies? Number one, if you're good in Forex trading, kindly look on how you can venture in the world of cryptocurrency, because Forex in crypto, you can trade from Monday to Monday. It has no 5 days and half day policy. No, you trade from Monday to Monday. which means you. Number two, if you want to make it big in the world of cryptocurrency, provide a service like local Bitcoin, monitor the buying and selling of cryptocurrency, or you yourself, you can buy your cryptocurrency, have your customers sell to them at a little commission, buy from them if they want to do the exchange. Right way to make money in the world of cryptocurrency. Third way, a technology which has come this year is known as smart contract technology. This is a technology that is built on blockchain, but for it to operate well, it has been built on Ethereum ecosystem. With this Ethereum ecosystem, it simply helps transaction of business without the middleman. So smart contract technology, if you know how to use it at the right place with the right company, you can make it big way. But if you have a smart contract in a wrong company at the bad time, you will also going to lose in a big way. So first of all, when you want to invest in the world of cryptocurrency, number one, check on the currencies that are doing well. A currency which you know, if you want cash now, you can convert it into cash. A currency that you know you can convert it into Bitcoin easily and sell. Look for those cryptocurrencies. Forget about these other things that takes you a year and a half to convert. So the second currency beyond Bitcoin, which is the gold mark of cryptocurrency, we have what is called Ethereum. So the project I'm going to share with it is built on Ethereum, the second largest and most developed blockchain platform on the planet as we talk now. So with this Ethereum, through the smart contract technology, you as a person first will be given the power. The project is 100% decentralized. The project is 100% decentralized. This simply means that creators of the project, they don't have control over your cryptocurrencies. Number two, administration decisions, they will not affect your business. The way you see the business now, it will be that way 10 years to come. Number three, you cannot lose your fund. Very important. People have been losing in a big way. And this is the time for you to take control of your fund. On the central project, you cannot lose in a fund, mainly on Forsage. Then there's no payday, there's no withdrawal day. Very important. Anytime a transaction goes through, you convert at that point into cash. No payday, no withdrawal day. Then in terms of income, mainly for those who have indulged in networking before, there are always limits on the binary, left leg, right leg, balancing everywhere. For a year, you don't need legs to make money. You make your money directly as the service has been sold. Lastly, but not least, the process is 100% transparent. Most of the company will be given testimonial, and now people have made it big in 2, 3, 4 days. Here, you give me your testimony, I tell you no, give me your ID. You go on the Ethereum platform, you access my entire transaction from the day I joined up to now. And out of that, you can calculate how much can be made out of the project. So I'm going to show you all of that. So that is the power of the central project. And opposite of it, you get central project. And people are losing so much in crypto central project because the funds are stored by one person. And one of the key terms I've seen from experience of 5 years, most companies say that they have been hacked. When a company or the owner of the company says they have been hacked, how can you trace the hackers with your local or your current understanding? You can't. So they use words that are not worth it, so that for you as a person, you check on it to say this is genuine reason, and you give up. But here, 100% of the funds you cannot lose, you can trace everything, and is 100% risk-free. So for you to understand how Forsage works, which is the first 100% decentralized smart contract, this one here, I call it the gold standard of all decentralized projects, mainly on smart contracts. Where gold standard for me, when you talk about cars, we're talking about Mercedes and BMW. They are the gold standard of vehicles. In smart contract technology, we're talking about Forsage. So number one, how does Forsage work? Why was Forsage created? And how can you benefit? So come with me in this next part of the episode. We want to take you through how you can benefit big time in cryptocurrency without fear of losing your money. without fear of being played around, and with a lot of courage that we are going to make it big way. And this take, we are going to use a platform known as Forsage, which is the first smart contracts ever to be built. And Forsage is the gold standard of all smart contracts. Gold standard, when you talk about tourist destination in the world, we think of Dubai. It is the gold standard. In the smart contract project, the gold standard is Forsage, and is built on one of the most powerful, most developed platform, which is Ethereum. So I'm going to share with you three things. Number one, why was Forsage designed? How will it benefit you? And how will the owner of Forsage benefit from you joining it? So number one, for you to understand this one, we want to check on the power of companies. We want to check on how they are made, on how they are developed. Most companies, when they begin, they build a community of users or a network of users. Think of mobile providers, companies. In East Africa, we talk about Safaricom. I know in every country you have. Let us think about this company in a given way on the business perspective. When these companies were coming, they first began with two services. It was calls and SMSs. They built a network of consumers of calls and SMS. After there, they went to the next stage. In this next stage is that they introduced other services like mobile phone data. With this data, when the data came, they imposed to the same network or the same consumers of calls and SMSs. Right now, they are what we call mobile money. In East Africa, we have what we call M-Pesa. The same people who are using calls and SMSs, they are now using M-Pesa. So what companies does in a simple way, they build a network of consumers. With this network of consumers, they impose to them services. As they continue using, these companies always provide more and more services, which means it helps them to generate more revenue. So Forsage first is building a community of users of cryptocurrency. When you're done with building this community, it's going to bring in two services. Service number one, a Visa card. With this Visa card now, it enables you can withdraw your money from any Visa point in the world. You can use your card to do the shopping in any supermarket in the world. You can pay your bills via the Visa card. Imagine, you go to a supermarket, you have Bitcoin or Ethereum in your card, you swipe, it pays in fiat currency, you walk away with your shopping. How powerful is that? It will be so powerful. That is one of the services. Second service, they are building an ecosystem, which is Blockchain Academy, where people will be trained by professionals like me about how to utilize the world of blockchain, how to invest in it, and how to use the technology. They are building the academy. That is one of the most powerful things, because when you check on Africa, basically, we lack the scaling part. We lack the knowledge part. That's why most people are losing it big time in the world of cryptocurrency. When they bring for us the tokens, when they talk about the mining, when they talk about auto trading, where they trade for us, most of the time we have lost in a big way. So this is the time for us to rise, not only in Africa, but around the globe, for us to take these opportunities in the right way with the right mindset. Forsage, what it's doing currently is building a community of users, but it's helping for the community to have more cryptocurrencies. And for you to understand how this is going to be possible, let me use an example of a mobile money company or mobile money transfer company. When this company are coming to do their service to the customers, they look for two people. Number one, they look for the administrator. Number two, they look for the agent. I want you to understand this idea, then I want you to deploy this idea on Forsage ecosystem. Think about this one here. For you to become an administrator of mobile money company in Kenya, the giant one is Safaricom, you require to pay 2 million Kenya shillings, equivalent to 20,000 USD to the main company. When you pay this money, this is what happens. The money goes directly to the company at their profit. You as a person, you keep 0 cents. But for them, they give you a SIM card or they give you certification, whereby with that main certification, you can go and duplicate other little line and give them to what we call agents. When the agents come to buy the lines from the administrator, they pay between $100 to $200. This money remains as yours as the administrator. So once the agent has the line, will the agent make the money going sitting with it at home? No, at all. But remember, the agent have paid $100 to $200. So the agent what is required to do for him or her to make profit is to serve the customers. Once people begin withdrawing and depositing, there's some commission that the agent makes, and there's some commission that the administrator makes, and there's some commission that goes to the main company. Take it, for example, the way these mobile money companies work, deploy the same concept on Forsage ecosystem. When you come in Forsage ecosystem, you are given 2 licenses to become an administrator and to become an agent. You can do direct sales. Direct sales now, you earn 100%. You can become administrator, whereby you'll be earning from team sales. So Forsage is built with these 2 platforms. The first ecosystem for business is known as Forsage X3. The second ecosystem is known as Forsage X4. Any transaction that goes through Forsage X3, 100% of it comes to you. Any transaction that goes to Forsage X4, part of it comes to you and part of it goes to ecosystem. So how does Forsage work? As you see here, Forsage is a closed system without deadline, with a limited number of places or slot or SIM card, and a limited number of free entry. This simply means for first to join Forsage, you require a referral link from the person who have referred you. Once you come in and unlock the first slots with less than $50, Forsage X3 and Forsage X4 will open up. When it's open up in Forsage X3, you have 12 streams of income. Forsage X4, you have 12 streams of income. How does these streams of income work? I've shown you when you come in, you'll be able to become an agent and administrator. X3 is the part where you become an agent. X4 is the part where you become an administrator. But as an agent or administrator, in each platform, you are given 12 streams of income. So let me take you through how this 12 stream of income works. Number 1, you need to understand. Each slot, like here on X3, we have slot number 1, number 2 to number 12. Each slot is 2 times more expensive than the previous one. So for example, the first slot is $20. The second one will be $40. The third one will be $80, up to the last slot. Currently, these rates have been broken down into Ethereum. For you to unlock slot number 1 on X3 to slot number 12, for you to unlock slot number 1 to slot number 12 in X4, for X3 require around $43,000. In X4 you require again $43,000. In total, you require $86,000 to unlock all of these slots. Once the slots have been unlocked, if you make any sale of the same amount, $86,000, a half of it comes directly to you on X3. That is $43,000. So in each of these 2 programs, Forsage X3 and Forsage X4, you have 12 slots, all similar and work in the same way. Each subscription slot is 2 times more expensive than the previous one. Both income and profit from them are twice as high. How many slots can be activated immediately? As much as you want, at least all 12 at once. They have no expiry date, they have no renewal date, and they have no maintenance fee. Once you open the slot, they become active for life. That is the power of Forsage. Once you have your active slots, they become active for life. And for you to understand it in detail, let me share with you on how X3 works. Because our goal first for this project, in the first 90 days when you begin it also, but focus, if you're coming in as an investor, focus on building open. Now, for me, I say you capitalize on the project in and out. In X3, if you're a person, you come and open the first slot, simply means any sale you are going to make is going to be saved on this slot. So if you make the first sale to a first customer, all the income come to you on X 300%. When you make the second sale, the customer comes to you. When you make a that's one who brought in your business, we call them apply. It empty the first. This same customer, you see the customer have opened this slot. When they go ahead and open the next slot, number 2, the money they are paying there is going to come back to you 100%. When they open slot number 3, the money they are paying there is going to come to you 100%. The same person, number 3, who did a re-entry for you, when they pay, is also going up again to the upliner, and it will empty these slots again 100%. That is how X3 works. On Forsage X4, I want to go on YouTube and check on it. So first of all, I want to check, you see how to activate. This slot, you can open them once. Slot number 2 is $20. When you open all the way to $1,000. So with this slot, you can open one slot after other. Currently, when the leaders are coming in, the leadership level, we were asking them either to join with up to slot number 8, activate slot number 1 to 8 immediately. But our goal is for you to capitalize on the project, go all the way to slot number 12. When you open up to slot number 12, we are talking about a stream of income that can give you 43,000 USD every month, equivalent to 44,300,000 each month from the ecosystem. So how are we planning to capitalize on this in the first 90 days? This is our plan as a team. This is the plan for the leaders that I'm working directly with them. This is something that we have formulated, and we want to see how it is working out. So step by step, let me take you through our plan. Our plan at the end of 90 days, we want each leader to go home with 160,000 USD to 258,000 USD within 90 days. To people who have worked online for a long time like me, you know this is completely nothing. For the people who are coming online for the first time, it can be very huge figures. But how do we tend to achieve it? In achieving it, leader first, you need to position yourself in an ecosystem. Everything rises and falls on leadership. You need to position yourself first as a person there in the ecosystem. When you're done with that one, look for your first 5 strong sales. Remember this, in every 3 direct sales you make, 1 is a pass-up. In every 3 sales you make, 1 is a pass-up. So if the first person will come to the business, the second up to the 5th person, you help them unlock from slot number 1 to slot number 12. You as a person from every slot, you make 43,000 USD as shown on the screen. So person 1, you make that one. Person 2, 43. Person 3 is a pass up. So you go to person 5, 4, where you make 43. Person 5, you make again 43. Then these people now, check here leader now, assume this person 1 here, occupy your space here of person 1, and they make their first 5 sets. The 3rd person will come to you, we call him a pass up, and this pass up you are going to earn the same as your direct. So here you have how many directs? 4. From each one is going to give you 1 pass up, which means they are going to give you 4 pass up. From each one you are going to earn the same. So let us check on the totals here. How much will it amount to? So in your direct, you are going to earn $172,000, equivalent to 17 million Kenya shillings. On the pass up, you are going to earn the same. When you add this direct and the pass up income, you will get a total of 344,000 USD, equivalent to around 334 million Kenya shillings. Remember, for you also to earn this money, you have to unlock X3. To unlock X3, you go for $3,000. To unlock X4, you go for $3,000. That is a total of $86,000, equivalent to 8.6, which means if you make a sale of 8.6, half of it comes to you. So as a businessman, you check on this first total of pass up and direct, it will give you 34 million minus the amount you have used to invest to open the slot. You are going home with 25,800 USD at the end of 90 days, or the least amount, it is 160 USD, equivalent to 16 million Kenya shillings at the end of 90 days. So we are doing it in a very big leaders. And I want to take you through a simple example of a person who have done the business for the last 2 weeks, so that we can check out practically how are these people making it in a big way in this ecosystem. So first of all, I'll take you to the internet part. Then we can check out how people are making it on Forsage ecosystem. Forsage being a system built on Ethereum platform simply means you can log in it from anywhere, verify all the transaction, and check out how the ecosystem is working. So with this ecosystem, before we share out on how to benefit in a big way, I want to play here a short video just to wrap up the summary of what you have shared. Then we proceed on the next part. So on this part of the presentation, let me see how we can cut that one off, because this is one of the biggest online e-commerce platform I've ever seen. Just a minute, we see how to do this. We have a little issue with the network, but we are almost done.
In the next 5 minutes.
Just a minute, leaders. Here we have it ready. So let us listen on this one, then move to the next part.
Show you how you can earn Ethereum daily, paid directly and instantly to your own Ethereum wallet, just like thousands of people around the world. Introducing the world's first 100% decentralized matrix project programmed on an Ethereum smart contract called Forsage, where 100% of the income goes directly and transparently to the members of the project with zero risk. Forsage's genius and lucrative matrix marketing plan was programmed on the Ethereum blockchain with revolutionary smart contract technology that executes the program automatically in a decentralized way, so no admins are needed to run the project. It's impossible for project creators or anyone to change the code and execution of the smart contract, and that is extremely powerful, as it ensures the project will keep running and there is zero risk or possibility of hacking into the smart contract or stopping the project. Unlike centralized cryptocurrency projects, the founders of Forsage never take or store members' cryptocurrency in any centralized location, so it's completely secure. 100% of all Ethereum payments are sent instantly and directly to the members of Forsage and stored in their personal Ethereum wallets, which they control the private keys. You can easily verify all of the transactions on the Ethereum blockchain, as the project is fully transparent. Right now, over 2,000 people are joining the Forsage project worldwide every single day. With Forsage's decentralized project, you can get started with as little as 0.5 Ethereum.
That is equivalent to $50.
Income potential is literally unlimited. You can earn even 1,000 Ethereum or more. Since February 2020, Forsage has helped thousands of people earn Ethereum, and some have earned hundreds of Ethereum in their first 3 to 8 weeks of getting started. Like the following Forsage members. ID 8679 earned.
So we'll check on that ID 8679. When the video was being recorded, he had earned around $70,000. That is like 7 million Kenya shillings. We'll check on that ID. What about now?
79 ETH. ID 8648 earned 301 ETH. ID 64 earned 466 ETH. ID 1 earned 843 ETH. ID 7977 earned 299 ETH. ID 113 earned 209 ETH. And by the time you check these IDs publicly on the blockchain, they will have earned even more Ethereum. Thanks to the powerful and lucrative Forsage Matrix spillover plan, it is possible to earn Ethereum even without referring anyone to the project. Just like, for example, ID 11181, who earned 28 ETH, and ID 20920, 24 ETH with 0 referrals. How does the Forsage work? In the Forsage X3 program, below you are 3 places in one line. In the Forsage X4 program, below you are 2 lines, 2 places in the first line, and 4 places in the second line.
So Forsage X3 is all about direct sales. Forsage X4 is all about team sales. But for us to understand in detail, as we work there, let me prepare something.
When you register in Forsage with 0.05 ETH, you open both programs simultaneously. In each of these 2 programs, Forsage X3 and Forsage X4, there are 12 slots. Each subsequent slot you purchase is 2 times the value of the previous one, and it generates twice the income as well. Each slot generates you income unlimited times with no expiration. For example, the 0.1 ETH slot generates you 0.1 ETH over and over again. The 0.2 ETH slot generates you 0.2 ETH again and again. Then 0.4 ETH, 0.8 ETH, 1.6 ETH, 3.2 ETH, 6.4 ETH, 12.8 ETH, 25.6 ETH, and 51.2 ETH slots generate you 0.4 ETH, 0.8 ETH, 1.6 ETH, 3.2 ETH, 6.4 ETH, 12.8 ETH, 25.6 ETH, and 51.2 ETH respectively over and over again, an unlimited amount of times. In Forsage X3, you get 100% of the payment to your ETH wallet from spots 1 and 2. Spot 3 reopens the slot again, and payment goes to your upline. In Forsage X4, members who take 2 places below you in the first line go to your upline, or they spill over to someone else on your team. You receive 100% of the payments on the second line. Spots 3, 4, and 5 go to your wallet, while spot 6 reopens this slot's matrix again with empty spots, and payment goes to your upline. There is a system in place that incentivizes members to upgrade to higher slots in the matrix from the profits they already made. Otherwise, they can lose profits while you can earn extra profits. This ensures that active members will eventually upgrade to all 24 slots. You can only earn ETH on active slots. How many slots can be activated immediately? As many as you want. The more slots you activate, the more ETH you can earn, and you will not miss out on any income from partners upgrading before you or matrix spillover. It is recommended to start with at least 4 to 6 slots in both Forsage X3 program and Forsage X4 program. Leaders usually start with more than 6 slots, some with 10 slots in each matrix to earn more from the beginning. You can create unstoppable passive income with Forsage as we grow and help more people around the world. For more details on how Forsage Matrix.
So leaders, on that part, you have seen how Forsage ecosystem works, how it operates. So I want to share with you the live website, how it is and how it works, so that you can also check more insight of it. So this is the platform for Forsage ecosystem. Like the ID that we went through, it was ID number 8679. When you check on this ID number 7689, it is here. On this part of the ID, you can check like this guy when the video is being recorded, he had made around $70,000. Right now, he has made here over $1,450,000. That is equivalent to 145 million Kenya shillings. You can see on X3 has opened all the slot from slot number 1, slot number 12. Then on this X4 has opened all the slot number 1 to slot number 12. X3 is all about direct sales, and X4 is all about personal sales. When you check on this system, the Forsage ecosystem, in X3 on direct sales, he has made 58 million Kenya shillings, and X4 he has made 86 million Kenya shillings. X4 is all about investors. X3 is all about direct sales. So on X4, you can invest, sit and wait for your money to grow as the business grows. On X4 is all about direct sales. For a deep understanding on this one here, I want to use an account of a gentleman here. You're working with him. You can check like his account here. He has opened only 9 slots on X3. And X4 is an open 8 slot. This simply means you can open 1 slot at a time as continue. But the span he has worked, he has made around $17,000. In Kenya shillings, around 1.9 million. When you come and click here, when did he begin the business? He began the business here on 19 August 2020. When you check on that one now, up to now, a span of like 12 weeks. With 12 weeks, 17.05, that is roughly per month, we are talking about roughly around 550,000 Kenya shillings every single month. For me, I call it good money when the project is starting. Apart from him, I have a gentleman that I'm working with him from South Africa. When you check on his account, you'll be really amazed because this is a different kind of a business. And the more slot fast you have, the more income you make. Like for him, I've opened all the 12 slot on X3 and all the 12 slot on 11 slot on X4. But with only this one here, leaders, something that's fascinating, something that's amazing, something that is so powerful. When you come and check here, he has made how many sales? Only 1 sale. Out of 1 sale, he has made around 6,100,000 Kenya shillings. How many sales here? 1 sale. When you check on this guy, when did he begin this project or when did he join the business? The business, you come and check here. He made the first sale on 25th this month, 2020. 25th of September, 2020. Up to now, those are roughly around 7 weeks. 7 weeks with a rough income of how much? 6 million. For me, I call this one now serious income. When you check on the ecosystem here, leaders, check on the top here, all participants are how many? 992,000 people who have joined from February to now. In the last 24 hours, how many people have joined? 948 people have joined in the last 24 hours. But this is the most peculiar part. Out of 992 members, at least 893,000 members have earned Ethereums. Out of 992, 893,000, that one is a success rate of 98% of people within the ecosystem, at least they have earned Ethereum. When you check here, how much have been paid to members? More than 358 million in dollars that have been paid to members. So this project is such a big project. And for you to succeed as a leader in a big way, all you require to do is to have the skilling and the knowledge. And for me, I'm encouraging people in a big way that most of the time in life, we attract what we are. You can be given a big project without proper planning, without proper mindset. You cannot work it in big time. And one of the proper planning, like for me, in the next 90 days, these are the books I'm reading in the next 90 days. These are the books I'm reading. Why do I invest a lot of time in reading? Because we leaders, we want to make it big in business, but we have no knowledge and we have no skills. Blockchain is one of the growing biggest industry, but for you to succeed, you require skills and require knowledge. So I want to share with you a program for next week. Next week, we are going to have meetings. Tuesday and Thursday, we'll be having meetings in Eldoret and Nairobi. And on Friday, we have members meeting in Mombasa. Monday, we have guest meeting in Mombasa. The coming week on Tuesday, we'll be in Nakuru in a big way. And also on the weekend, we'll be in Nakuru and Eldoret. So leaders, if in this town or we have people in this town, let us prepare to be part of greatness. So up to there, before I call it a day, I want to open up for those who have questions. If you have someone who have questions, kindly wave your hand. If you have a question, wave your hand. I'm going to unmute you so that you can ask your question. So Victor, you can unmute yourself. Yes, Victor. Victor, unmute your mic, brother. Victor, we are not hearing you. Unmute your mic.
My question was on Forsage.
Yes. Forsage?
The grouping on the Forsage. On the grouping, those
Yes.
groups where the arrows are pointing down and then the atma wording. You need to find people to be there, or it's something else. Just a bit confused there.
Okay, for Forsage X3, it's all about direct sales. In a talking call about recruiting. On Forsage X4 is the income from the ecosystem where you don't need to refer anyone. Are we together? X3 direct sales, X4 team sales. You don't need to refer anyone, but to generate your income from the ecosystem.
Okay.
Perfect. Another question, wave your hand. We unmute you. You ask the question. Anyone else with a question? Eric Gitare, do you have a question, brother? Perfect, perfect. No question from Eric there. Jason, do you have a question? Anyone else with a question, kindly wave your hand, you ask the question so that you can help also others understand.
How to buy coins?
Now, for that one, there are two ways. You can buy it on Binance or local Bitcoin. You can get your account on local Bitcoin, go there and buy your cryptocurrency there, which is the safest and the secure way. Another way, the person who have guided you to come for the Zoom meeting, they can also guide you on doing it.
Okay. You have to use your Visa.
Thank you, brother. Anyone else with a question? So if there's no any other question, I think we can call it a day. Much appreciation for each one of you attending. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next meeting this coming Saturday. This is an opportunity for all of us to utilize in a big way in the world of cryptocurrency. It's an opportunity for each one of us to benefit big time in the world of cryptocurrency and be free. If you have any question, be free to ask. So up to there, I want to tell you all one of you goodbye. Bye-bye, leaders. Bye-bye. Take care and have a blessed weekend.